So after coming to my senses on this hood, I have decided to find a 56 hood. Not sure what I'm going to end up doing with this one. I don't even know what it goes on. A friend of mine said it's possibly a 58 hood, because the 58s had a longer front end and they had a narrower hood. So I'm going to take this back off. Oh yeah. So I've got the hood off. It's out of the way. Instead of pulling those front fenders, I'm going to wait and see whether I end up buying a set of fenders before I take these ones off. Because who knows, I might end up sticking with those depending on what kind of condition the fenders are that he has. So this door, I can tell it's got a lot of Bondo in it. I can tell that it's got rust underneath the Bondo. So I want to open this up a little bit. I mean, this is kind of how this paint was on the rear quarter panel. I'm going to open this up and take a look and see if I can't make it better. I don't really want to find another door. I'm going to be using a needle scaler. These are kind of intimidating, I think. At least it was for me when I first started using it. This one's air, of course, but I'll show you how this thing works. And then I also have a wire wheel that both runs off air. We'll find out pretty quick whether the air compressor is on. So the needle scaler wasn't really doing as much as I was hoping it would. I've never done this. I don't want to use a sander. It creates so much dust and just makes a huge mess. And I don't know, this just seems like I'll just have a pile down here on the ground. So I'm going to try an air hammer. I've got some of these flat, whatever you call this, but I might take and run this next door and run it on the belt sander and make it sharper. But I'm going to see if it works first, because this is some thick stuff. Yeah, I can get right under it. So let's try this. So this is what we got. We got a dent. So the wire wheel doesn't work that well on body filler. I think there was a mixture of a product called All Metal and Bondo. And so I was told years ago that I want to explain the rust because it was painted over. Old school body guy told me that when you put Bondo directly onto metal, the Bondo actually holds moisture. I might be wrong. Feel free to comment if you have a different perspective on how it works. So what I was told is before you put filler on your metal, you should always put a sealer on. So you should put a sealer or primer down before you put body filler on. A product that I've used for years that it's worked pretty well. I use Duraglass as my base for like a big hole like this. And then I use Bondo over the top of that. Bondo gets out like real fine scratches, but it doesn't fill big dents. I mean, it can, but I like to use something that's... Another product people like to use is All Metal. I've heard that All Metal rusts. I don't know if that's true or not. It had All Metal in here and I didn't see rust spots, but it's hard to say how this got rusty underneath. Whether it had this rust, maybe they had the metal exposed and it got rusty and they just went over it with Bondo. It's hard to say. Anyway, I switched to this other pad, this strip disc. It's not like sandpaper. It's not going to cut into the metal. It just takes what's on the surface out. I really like using these. Like if I've got a piece of metal that's got the mill grade, whatever they call that, on it, I use this and it just gets it down to the metal. It doesn't scratch it. It doesn't take away material. It just takes whatever is on top of the metal off and just cleans it really well. These are cheap. You can get them on Amazon in like 10 packs. I want to say they're like 25 bucks. So at this point, I just wanted to see whether this door is salvageable. And clearly it is. I can see that it has the factory color under this brown here and here. So we're going to be able to get down to this color. Probably going to end up repainting the whole door to match. And great news. I purchased a rear quarter panel for this car. It is a couple 100 miles away. I worked out a deal with the guy, Venmo'd him money. He's taking it to my cousin's shop and dropping it off on Tuesday. When I do the Redwood Rally in Gold Rush, I'm going to pick it up because we're going to be up in Woodburn anyway. And the cool thing is I'm going to be able to cut this rear quarter panel, pull the glass, cut this rear quarter panel maybe right across here so I can weld it on the back side, so the welds are going to be below the glass. And I'll just have a little bit of touch up to do where the seam is, where it's exposed, and then I'll have something probably down here or here. But there's more Bondo in here. I can't really tell, you know, what happened. Something just scraped this thing out. This has brass in it. I don't think I'm going to salvage the brass for scrap. but we're coming along. I guess I should throw some stripper on this door and see what it looks like underneath. Like maybe I can just put a little bit of touch up on this spot. I'm gonna try and get some of this dent out. It's not super deep. The only thing I don't like about pushing these dents out is sometimes you'll get it to where it'll oil can, so you'll put a little bit of pressure, it'll pop right back in, and then it'll pop out. And I just want to claim, I am not a body guy. I've done very little over the years. I'm not claiming to be a professional body man. I'm just doing it the way I want to. And I can, because this is my car. But I want to do the best I can with what I have and not do a full restoration. I want to match the patina, which if you want to see how I'm going to do that, I'm most likely going to do a video on it. But what I like to do is a base coat, same base coat they use underneath this teal. It'd be like a maroon, and then put the teal or the white over the top and use like a Scotch-Brite or steel wool and bump the sheen down to where it looks dull, and in some spots go through the top coat and expose some of the under the primer, the red primer, kind of like on the bottom of the door. But I'm gonna have to do that on this. Well, I won't have to do this because it's the same color. The quarter panel I'm putting on is the same color. So anyway, so I'm gonna strip. I'm just gonna strip the top layer of paint so I can get that green and not the brown. I'm using a product called Citrus Strip. I used this on a old farmhouse years ago and to remove the paint off of the baseboard and the doors and all this stuff. Anyway, I started using it on this car because I really just wanted to remove the brown because I wanted the original color on the bottom. I did another video of this on one of my other videos. You're welcome to go check that out, where I just did this door. But you can see it again right now. So I just take and put a layer of this on the paint. It doesn't stink. I don't know what they have in it. It smells like oranges. But I thought this was a better product to use than, like, there's that aircraft paint remover that has a whole bunch of warning signs on it. It's pretty warm in here. I think that temperature helps. Like the warmer weather, I think makes this stuff work faster. So I only leave this on for like 20 to 30 minutes. Kind of run the brush back across it to see if I get any color. Like right here, I can see that there's brown in this chemical. So I just add a little bit more, because I'm just trying to pull the brown off and keep the original paint. This is probably going to get grinded off more, but see down here, I don't know if you can see that. I just ran my brush across here and it turned brown. That means the paint's coming up. I'll probably let this sit on there for another few minutes. I'm going to go get a bucket of water, some Comet and steel wool, and strip this layer off. I decided I'm way overdue for a haircut. I keep watching these videos when I'm editing them, and I look like Ernie McCracken on the top and Kenny Powers in the back. Not the look I was going for. I don't even know why I haven't gotten a haircut. I should have let that set on there longer, but I can put more on and let it set, but I don't want any. I don't mind if there's a little bit of the brown, but yeah, I didn't let this sit on there long enough. A little Comet, a little water. So I could just keep, rubbing Comet and steel wool on this paint to get what I want, but that would take way too long. So what I'm going to do is get some more of that paint stripper, and I'm just going to go in these dark spots and see if that doesn't get what I want. This door is going to get painted anyway, whether it's just a little bit here and there, so I'm not super worried about it. Man, it's hot. It's not even the hot part of the day. The first application of this citrus stuff, I looked at the phone and it's been like 20 minutes recording. So it probably sat on there for not even 10 minutes and it pulled that layer off. I'm just putting a little bit extra pressure where I want that brown to go away. What I should have done is done both of these doors at the same time, and they probably would have turned out closer. I mean, other than Crater Lake over here. That sums up what I'm going to do today.